Nationalism. It unites and divides. We should know that by now. Now, in Italy, as early as 1820, middle-class Italians were upset. They were mostly farmers. They wanted more rights. As we've seen from history already, when the middle class is angry, bad stuff happens to the government. Now, the Congress of Vienna made Italy all divided. So you can see that map of Italy. There's divisions all over, and that was set up really by Clemens von Metternich of Austria. If you look at Austria just north of Italy, they don't really want a powerful Italian state right on their border, just as much as we wouldn't want a powerful Canadian state on our border. It just doesn't benefit us. We want to have them not be as powerful as we are. I mean, although we love Canada, of course. Now, there are three characters really that play prominent in this Italian unification. One is Giuseppe Garibaldi, the next is Count Camillo Cavour, and the last is Giuseppe Mazzini. What I'd like to see you do is create a bio of each one, and then describe their connection in detail. The way this should be done is maybe on just one sheet of paper in a paragraph for each. You have a paragraph that's the bio of Garibaldi, a paragraph that's the bio of Cavour, and a paragraph that's a bio of Mazzini. And then, in a separate paragraph, you describe their connection in detail. Now, this is worth an essay grade. That's 50 out of 50, but you're not going to receive a star. Now, France was still causing trouble. Napoleon III, who was Napoleon Bonaparte's nephew, is elected in 1848. Now, remember this revolution from our last unit? You should. The revolutions of 1848 were more successful than the revolutions of 1830. And the revolutions of 1848 were these nationalist revolutions. And Napoleon is going to ride this wave of nationalism into power. Now, Napoleon III, he wants to protect the Pope in Rome. And as Italy looks to unify, he starts to meddle in the affairs of the Italians. Now, most of France is Catholic. That's why they want to protect the Pope. And he believes that France is still a major power in Europe. He is crazy. France is so much more weak than they have any idea. Now, Napoleon III was trying to impact the future of Italy and Germany until 1862, when France lost the Franco-Prussian War. Napoleon will actually go to the battlefield himself, all right, and he will give up for the French. Now, France was never so powerful again, all right. They are 60 years removed of Napoleon's power, and truly, if you think about when Napoleon was running France, they were only powerful for about 5 or 6, 7 years, all right. A lot of it was propaganda. Now, Italy in 1866 is going to unify. All those little states, this is the same map you saw earlier in the presentation, are going to become all one, state. Now, that's important for you to understand because really a unified Italy benefits everybody. Now, 1871, we're going to have a German unification. The Germans are going to unify, and they're going to do it through blood and iron. They also have a very agitated middle class, but they're going to get a little more support from the nobility. The nobles are looking to benefit from that unification. Now, Chancellor Otto von Bismarck is going to have two major ideas. All right, that's the guy. He looks like a walrus with a hat on in that picture. He's going to have two major ideas. One is blood and iron. The other is realpolitik. Now, realpolitik and blood and iron are very important. You need to define them both. Now, we're going to shift gears. We've looked at two unifications, and now we're going to look at two times when nationalism divided groups. Now, look at all these different groups. All right, that's the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and you see all those different colors on the map. Each one of those colors represents a different ethnic group that did not see them as themselves as Austrian Hungarian. They saw themselves separate. Now, Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire are going to have similar problems. They have got too many nationalities who don't want to get along. These nationalities don't want to be in the same country. Now, these issues are going to start getting an interesting backdrop as we look through history. There always seems to be like a third wheel to any situation. And the third wheel in this is agriculture. There's going to be an agricultural revolution or an agrarian revolution. Now imagine farmers infused with nationalism. Now traditionally, farmers have been the backbone of every society. And these farmers are no different. And when you infuse them with nationalism, you've got a really motivated group that control all of the food in the country. Now, they're also going to have the creation of new machines. These new machines are going to give them more time, and they've got more time for rebellion. All right, these new machines, like the seed drill, are going to cut down planting times, and they're going to have new reaping machines that are going to cut down the times, and then they bring in the crops. So farmers are going to have some idle time, and when they have idle time, they start to reevaluate the way they're being ruled. Now, revolution, nationalism, new technology, all right, that new technology is part of the agrarian revolution. All of this is happening. That's a lot of stuff occurring in a short amount of time. Now, there is a connection between new ideas, revolutionary thought, and change. And the change in this case is unification. There are always connections between new ideas, revolutionary thought, and change. Whether it's today, all right, we see a lot of change trying to occur in the world through revolution. All right, we've got new ideas like with social media and things like that. All right, I can send out a tweet and really get my point across to thousands and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people if I want to. So technology's always played a role. New ideas have always played a role. All right, that is your short presentation on nationalism and how it unites and divides. Hopefully there wasn't too much noise in the background as I'm doing all this. I'm in my living room, and I think the TV came on for a second, and I think my bulldog is making noise also. So hopefully you caught all that. I'm not going to record it again. Don't forget to do your homework. Oh, by the way, those bios, they are due a week from tomorrow, tomorrow being the 15th. So they're going to be due the 22nd, Wednesday the 22nd. Good luck.